Action stations.
And so here we go. Okay, my first thought, I'll just head straight forward into Area B and see if I can take it. And after that, go for whatever seems most reasonable to do. So we're just moving on forward, and I'll fast forward this because it's boring. A submarine's job is usually not to take areas. And I'll go ahead and try to do it on occasion if it looks like the enemy isn't trying to contest it. Because if they're trying to contest it, then it can be very dangerous, unless you're shielded by mountains like this one is. But upon noticing that they're actually trying to contest it, I'll kind of like give up, go underneath the water and do something else. Maybe even try to take them. It's usually another sub or a destroyer, and in that case, definitely, it's iffy. But anyway, so I got to this one here, and it looked like nobody was coming to take it. There was a couple of ships nearby, but hey, it looked like I could just go ahead and score the points for that. So I stayed. I noticed that there was this one ship that was heading off in a direction that looked like it could be attacked pretty easily, and so I crept up to where it was going to be passing by and watched carefully as it went by. And the idea, I didn't know if I was going to attack it or not, but if it came within my view, I was just going to go ahead and ping it, just to make the captain nervous. So I've captured the area, and now let's proceed in a different direction and see what happens. So there he is. He's within view, so let's go ahead and ping him. Send it off. Ping reaches him, good. I don't know if it made him nervous or not, but maybe it would. Well, I'm going to go ahead and move forward, and maybe I will take him. Now, this ship turns out to be the Ägir, a German Tier 9 cruiser, one of the variants for the project of a high-speed, super-heavy O-class cruiser with excellent protection and armament of 9 300mm, that's 12-inch, main battery guns. That's what this says here, and actually the ship was never built in real history. The name Ägir, by the way, is for a German sea giant, a god perhaps, but in any case. So off I sent my torps, and then moved off in a horizontal direction, that is to say, not directly at the target, and pinged him a few times while the torps headed that way. And this was to avoid, of course, him sending strike aircraft at me, because I'm not, I'm moving along at right angles to the direction I'm shooting. So he's trying to shoot at me, and he's not getting anywhere close to it, and bang, 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 bang. Good. Got him with all 6, looks like. And since I wanted to sink him, I went ahead and kept on going, but part of the problem here is that, oh yeah, there's some strike aircraft coming, but he's not, but I'm moving in a way he's not expecting, so he's not picking up on it. Now, he actually turned in my direction, and that possibly was because he was thinking he was going to try to attack me. I was fairly far away from him, and I went ahead and went under the water and sent my 4 stern tubes, torps in my stern tubes at him, and he started to turn off. Now, if he had stayed pointing at me, it might have actually improved his chances. But he put his broadside right at me and allowed the torps to come right up at him. This was a bad move on his part, actually. So, bang, bang, and he's dead. Very good. Love it when that happens. I actually had in mind to go ahead and try to stalk the carrier, the CV, and so after successfully downing the Ägir, I decided to go ahead and just do that. So, taking it down, so that I could sneak up on him because he hadn't moved from his starting position. That's a poor decision, actually. But anyway, I wanted to sneak up on him underwater so he couldn't see me coming. Or he's not visible. He doesn't see himself as being detected. so he thinks he's safe. But I'm sneaking up in his direction such a way as to take him on his port side if he stays where he's at now. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up this until we get to a further point along here. So moving right along at higher speed, 400% at this point. And here at this point right here, decided to come on up and have a real quick look in order to see if he was still where he had been. Taking a read on his position and immediately go right back down. Keep him not being so nervous. Hopefully he's not going to decide it's time to move. So I swiftly moved in his direction since I was at a favorable angle and moved on up. So I'm turning and approaching him directly. Now I did notice also that there is a Schlieffen battleship coming up towards, and it looks like he's going to try to interfere with my work. I don't know if he's aware that I'm there, but he's going to become aware in a second. All right, here we go. All right, I can send all 6 at him at the aircraft carrier. Immediately start dropping in, but that's with the carrier's secondary armament and a Schlieffen probably. I didn't notice if he was firing at me or not, but he's immediately got his strike aircraft on the way, and I'm going to be in serious trouble. Now the aircraft carrier is not dead yet, so I had to come back up and finish him off with the rear tubes, my stern tubes, unload them, and back down under to try to save myself. And there he's gone. Got him. Now this, by the way, is the HMS Eagle. It actually is a ship that was built in real life. It was an Audacious-class aircraft carrier of the Royal Navy. It was in service actually from 1951 to 1972. Anyway, moving right along here and under attack.
The ship is on fire.
Yep, it's going to be curtains for the poor Glacis UK. It looks like
torpedoes astern.
Fighting away, trying to escape him, but somebody's fired torpedoes. I think the Schlieffen has torpedoes, so he fired 2. But okay, damage was too great. I was unable to last out long enough to get my repair party back in option. So here I was, sinking down. Glacis UK has bit the dust. I'm going to let this roll forward at about 10 times normal speed and not bore you with the rest of the actual battle, which I think I said we won already. But anyway, we're coming up on the end of it, and yep, they've only got a couple left, and we've got more than them, and I think we have all 3 areas captured. So we're pulling right out and bringing it to a close.